Hi friends! Welcome back to your favorite Active Kids show. My name is Etumwina Shikaga, and today guys, I have a very colorful friend with me.
Hi, I'm Fuku and I will be co-hosting this amazing person on Active Kids where we actively invest
in your future. Whose future? Your future. Well, before we get into it, we'd like to thank Innovations for these fun red and blue bean bags that we're seated on. If you guys would like to order anything for your party, please contact them on info@kickstartnam.com. But now, I think it's my favorite time of this specific time.
Yes, now it's time to introduce our topic.
Yes, the topic for this week is transport.
Ooh,
Okay, so transport consists of trains, of cars, of airplanes, all of that good stuff. But today we focus on trains.
Ooh.
So the train is a slow, big transport.
Wow, it's a big machine.
Yes.
Yes.
But we're going to learn about that when Zoey and Zacky show us more. But before we get to there, let's sing a song. What song do you want to sing, Puku?
You know where to? I think Wheels on the Bus is perfect.
Definitely. I was hoping you say that. I love that song. So let's go. And a one, and a two, and a 1, 2, 3. The wheels of the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels of the bus go round and round, all through the town. The honks of the bus go beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 the honks on the bus go beep, 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 all through the town. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wheels of the bus go swish, 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 all through the town. I messed it up just a little bit, but I'm sure you guys helped me to sing that song.
Yes, they definitely did. And it's fine because today is all about learning. Because that's what we do here and have fun at the same time.
Yes. So now let's head on to the coolest people that we know, Zoey and Zacky. Hello, hello. Hello, how are you? I'm good, I'm great, I'm wonderful. Hooray! Hello, 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 how are you? I'm good, I'm great, I'm wonderful. Hooray!
Hi, beautiful friends. My name is Zacky, and I missed you so much.
Hi, beautiful friends. My name is Zoey, and I love how trains can move people and objects from one place to another.
Wow, and together we are niece and nephew. Now, this week we're learning all about transport. It's going to be the greatest week ever.
Yes, today is all about trains.
Wow. Zoey, trains are like the coolest ever.
Yes, they run on a track and you can call it a railway or train tracks.
Wow. And you know what, Zoey? Trains can move people.
Yes, or things.
Wow. From one place to the next.
Yes, a place where a train stops to let the people get on and off is called a train station or a railway station.
Wow. But Zoey, trains also need a certain things to get them moving, right?
Yes. Just like people need food for energy, trains need fuel to move.
But like, what type of fuel?
Some trains run on steam, like that you see when the kettle boils.
And some run on coal.
And some use diesel.
And these new fancy trains use electricity to move. Isn't that cool?
Trains can move slow, especially when they're moving big and heavy things.
But the new types of trains can move like a blink of an eye.
Yes, and I love how they can make the coolest sounds ever when they move.
You can hear them from far.
Yes, and also I just love trains, and this week we'll get to learn all about different types of transport we can move.
But before that, Zoe, I think it's time for us to sing a super fun song about trains now.
Hey, get ready, friends. And a one, and a two, and a 1, 2, 3. Choo choo train, rolling up the choo choo lane. I hear a whistle blowing loud.
Choo choo!
Cha cha train, rolling down the choo choo lane. I hear your whistle blowing loud.
Choo choo!
Rolling forward, round and round we go. Rolling backwards, slow, slow, slow. Shh.
Sugar, sugar, chugs, choo choo.
Cha 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 choo train, rolling down the choo choo
lane.
I hear your whistle blowing loud. Choo choo, cha 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 choo train, rolling down the choo choo lane. I hear a whistle blowing loud. Choo choo choo, rolling
faster, round and round we go.
rolling slower. Sugar sugar chucks, choo choo. Cha cha choo choo train, rolling up the choo choo lane. I hear a whistle blowing loud.
Choo choo.
Cha cha choo choo train, rolling down the choo choo lane. I hear your whistle blowing loud.
Choo choo.
That was great. I had so much fun learning about trains. Now it's time for your fun fact, Zacky.
Yes! So, Zoe, did you know that Japan's Shinkansen train has been running since 1964 and they call it the bullet train?
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that. I love all your fun facts, Zacky. Friends, remember that in autumn we get to celebrate the start of new things, even trains. But for now...
But it's time, like she said, from us today to say goodbye. We'll see you again tomorrow, friends. Bye!
Hi friends, welcome back. So now, since Zoe and Zacky taught us so much fun, I think it's time for us to have some fun. Yay! Well, since today's theme is about trains and the week's theme is about transport, let's create a little activity that's going to help us get active, get our friends, and let's get active.
Yay.
So now, we're going to play the car game and the train game. So now we're going to act like we're a train, first of all, and then next we're going to act like we're the car. Are you excited?
Car? So excited.
Okay, cool. So let's do the train first. How does a train go? Yes. Yes, that's exactly what we're going to do. So Pookie is going to hold my shoulders.
We are officially a train.
And now we're going to go all around the town and come back to our station and we're going to count to 5. Let's go, friends.
Don't forget to make your train sound.
1, choo choo, 2, choo choo, 3, choo choo, 4, choo choo, 5.
Choo choo. How fun.
Oh, that was so much fun. But now let's do the car game. So that, I don't know how we're going to do that. Puku, you want to explain to us?
Kids, everyone stand up and go to your wall, okay? So we're all going to do this together. You stand on your wall.
Okay.
You make your back straight against the wall. Stick out your little legs and sit like you're in a car.
Oh,
and
okay.
now we're going to drive.
Okay. Are we counting again?
Should we count?
Yes.
5.
Okay. 1, vroom, 2, vroom, 3, vroom, try faster. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you guys did so amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed that just as much as we did. So now, guys, let's not get carried away because now it's time for our lessons. Teacher Mutsa is waiting for us. But now let's head on to our lessons. Week 9, lesson 1 for pre-primary learners.
Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there's an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello, my friends, and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa, and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is My Family. And before we get into any lessons, my dear friends, we must sanitize. So let us take our sanitizer and sing our special sanitizing song. Sanitize every day so the germs can stay away. Sanitize every day so the germs can stay away. Yay! Good job, everyone! For today's lesson, we will be doing some coloring and prepositions. For our first exercise, my dear friends, let's turn to page 3. On page 3, we can see that we have a beautiful family and they have taken a picture. Now, it is our job to color the picture. But before we color the picture, we need to know who is in the picture. The big or tall person, the tallest one that you can see in the middle is father. Everyone, let's say father. Father. Very good. The one standing next to him with long hair is mother. Everyone, let's say mother. 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 Good job. Standing next to father is sister. Everyone, let's say sister. 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 Well done. And sister has a pet in her hand. That pet is a dog. Everyone, let's say dog. 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 Good job. And then the last person who has his tongue out, that one is brother. Everyone, let's say brother. 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 Good job. Now I want you to point to the family members I'm about to say. Let's point to father. Good job. Mother. Yes. Brother. Well done. And sister. So, it is going to be your job, boys and girls, to color the family members. Now, you can't color them all one color because everybody is different and everybody wears different clothes. So, please, 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 you can color the top part or the shirts of the family members one color and then the trousers or the bottom another color. Don't forget to use a different color for the shoes and make sure that there's a different color for the hair and the faces. Take your time with this one, boys and girls. I want you to have so much fun, and as you are doing your coloring, keep on naming the family members. Mother, father, sister, brother. Before you start your coloring though, I want us to take a look at the next page, on page 4. On page 4, we are going to be doing some acting. Yay! I love acting. And instead of just acting anything, we have been given actions to do. It is going to be our job to act out the instructions on each picture. So we are going to try it together here, and I would like you to stand up and we are going to try together. So the first thing that we are going to try and do together, let's see. We are going to do the first one together, but instead of standing on the sofa like the picture, we are just going to sit down on the sofa. If there is no sofa or couch, you can always just sit on your chair. So everybody stand up. And now we're going to sit on the chair. And the sentence we are saying is, I am sitting on the, if it's a couch, you say couch. And if it is a chair, you say chair. Let's try. I am sitting on the chair. Well done. Now the next one involves us being in between two things so that we can make sure that we say the word between. Now I want you to try and find something that you can stand between. I am going to stand between the sweet jar and the chair. So I have my sweet jar right here and my chair. In the picture, we have a lamp and a plant. So I have two things I'm standing between. We have the sweet jar and we have the chair. So we say, I am standing between the, and then you say what you're standing in between. For me, in the classroom, I am standing between the sweet jar and the chair. Well done. Now the next one is very exciting because it looks like our little friend there is not just standing but under the table. Really? Wow, he must be having so much fun. So remember, we are acting out, meaning that we have to copy what he is doing. So we say, I am under the table. So I want you to go under the table, just like teacher. And now we say, I am under the table. Let's say it again. I am under the table. Well done, everyone. Good job. And the last one is standing on the bed. But we are not going to stand on the bed. Instead, I want you to lie down on the bed. So I want you to take your hands and sleep on the bed. Good job, everyone. Now I want you to keep practicing the acting in these pictures, and our friend is there to help us know where we are supposed to be. Then when you're coloring, boys and girls, please make sure that you color in either an up and down direction or a side to side direction. Try hard not to make circles, and try hard also to stay inside the lines. Take your time, have fun, and I will see you soon after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn and more. We distribute countrywide in over 7 different languages.
We have now come to the end of our lesson, boys and girls, and I hope you had so much fun. I know I had fun, and I hope that you managed to finish your work. Remember, if you're not sure or you don't know, you can always ask an adult for help. Just make sure that you end up finishing your work by yourself. So now that we are done, it is time for us to sanitize. So let us take our sanitizer and we put a little bit in our hand. Then we rub inside, around our hands, in between our fingers, on our wrists, and fingertips too. Make sure that your hands are dry before you touch anything else. I wonder, I have not seen my friend Sashi, and he said he was going to come and help me sing our song. Sashi? Oh, there he is. Hello, Sashi. Would you like to sing the goodbye song with me? Oh, wonderful. Remember before we go that you must stay safe from coronavirus and maintain your social distancing. Are you ready, Sashi? Wonderful. Goodbye, goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Bye!
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.
Wow, pre-primary learners, that lesson was so fantastic. I hope you guys learned a lot.
Wow, we're too so much learning, so much excitement, but don't worry, grade 2s, you're coming up next, because next up we have week 9, lesson 1 for grade 2 learners.
Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello grade 2s and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is public transport and local media. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, it is very important for us to sanitize. So let's take our sanitizer and rub inside our hand, around our hands, in between our fingers, and on our wrists. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. For today's lesson, we will be doing punctuation, sight words, ordering, addition, and subtraction. For our first activity today, boys and girls, let us turn to page 3. On page 3, we have capital letters, and this is actually part of our revision. We're going to be taking a look at capital letters and full stops. The sentences that you see have been mixed up. So it is our job to write them out again and make sure that the sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. We are going to do number 1 and number 5 together. So let's take a look at number 1. Number 1 has the words butterfly, the, sat, flower, the, on. Now, as you can hear and see, they don't make sense at all. So it is going to be our job to make sure that we put them in the right order. So let's take a look at the board so we can see how we can start. Now, the first thing we need to realize is that we're going to start with a capital letter, which means we need to look for the word that has a capital letter. And the word that has a capital letter is the word the. So we're going to take this the and write it first with its capital letter. I'd like you to please do the same in your book. Now we have the word the. And from here we need to figure out what the sentence says. Can we say the sat? No, we can't. How about the flower? Maybe, but because we can see a full stop after the word flower, that means this is the last word in our sentence. So we need to continue to look. How about the butterfly? Yes, so now we are going to write the word butterfly. Remember grade 2s, when you are writing, make sure that you shape your letters correctly. And when you are done, please check that you have spelt the word correctly as well. Almost done with the word butterfly. I hope you are too. And there we go. We have the butterfly. Now what it seems like is that The butterfly did an action. So we now need to find an action. Can we say the butterfly, the? No, we can't. How about the butterfly sat? Yes, that is correct. So we are going to use the word sat. Make sure that you are using your spaces correctly as well. Sat. There we go. And we cross out the word sat so that we don't use it again. Now we have the butterfly sat. Now we need to continue either with flower, the, or on. Now we can't use flower because it has a full stop at the end. So it's either the or on. In this case, it is the word on. So we're going to write our word on. And then we cross it out. Then we write the next word, which is the. And we are going to write it neatly. After writing the word the, we are going to cross it out. Then, now we are ready to put the word flower with its full stop. So, we are going to write the word flower. Make sure that you are shaping your letters correctly, boys and girls, so that when you are reading your work, it is nice and neat. Almost done with the word flower. And of course, I have to put my full stop to show that this is the end of the sentence. There we go. Now our sentence is in order and complete. Let's read it now. The butterfly sat on the flower. Yes, it's correct. Well done, everyone. Now let's take a look at number 5. Number 5 has these words: school, wrote, I, story, at, long, This is very, very wrong. So we have to put it in the correct order. Remember, grade 2s, that a sentence starts with a capital letter. So we need to look for a capital letter here. And in this case, it looks like it is the word I. So we are going to start our sentence with I. Now, normally when we have I, that means there's an action that follows. Either an action or a word that shows another action. So we can say I, and then we can take the word wrote. So we have I, and then we have the word wrote. Please make sure that when you're writing, that your work is neat. Space out each word the same as the next one. I wrote. So we are going to cross out the word wrote. Now, what do you think the next word is? Well, it can't be the word school because it has a full stop at the end. Maybe we can say, I wrote story. No, that doesn't sound right. How about I wrote at? No. How about I wrote a? Yes, that is correct. So we're going to put the word and cross it out here. Oh, what? That's the question now. So we can say, I wrote a story. And that would be correct. But we want to know what type of story it was. So we cannot use the word story yet. Was it a short story or a long story? So we're going to use the word long because the word long describes the type of story. So we're going to write, I wrote a long. There we go. And don't forget to cross it out as well. I wrote a long. And then we write our word story. And now we are almost done with unscrambling the sentence. Remember, we've already put our capital letter at the beginning, so we don't have to worry about other capital letters for now. So we have, I wrote a long story. We have crossed out the word story. Now we are left with two words, school and at. Now, because the word school has a full stop at the end, we know that this is the last word we're going to use. So we are going to write the word at. And then we are going to write our word school. Now we are done. And we have managed to complete our sentence. Make sure that the end of your sentence has a full stop. A full stop at the end. So let us now read our correct sentence. I wrote a long story at school. Good job, everyone. I'm very, very happy. So remember, we use capital letters to start a sentence. When you are unscrambling these sentences, look for the capital letter first. And then any word that has a full stop after it is trying to tell you that it is the last word in the sentence. So have fun, try and put them with different words so that you can make your sentences complete. And I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn, and more. We distribute countrywide in over 7 different languages.
For our next exercise now, boys and girls, let us turn to page 4. On page 4, we are going to be doing our sight words, but not in the way that we used to. We are going to be looking for them in the word search. But before we do that, we need to read them. So let us read our sight words according to the numbers. Are we ready? Let's go. But, they, on, at, our, was, that, he, she, be. Well done, everyone. Now we have to look for these words. So we are going to try and find the first ones. But, they, on, and at. Let's take a look at the board. Now on the board I have the same word search as you do, so you are going to follow me in your book. The first word that we're going to take a look at and look for is the word but. Now you can see that it has a b, a, t. So we are also going to be looking for a b, a, t. Let's now try and look for them. Remember, when you're looking for your words, you can either start by going across or down. In this case, I want to start going across. So let's take a look. B. Oh, we already have a B. And let's see if we have an A. No. No. Yes, we have an A right next to B. And of course, we have our T. Wow, that was easy. Well done, everyone. So let us circle our word but. Make sure you circle beautifully. And now let us cross out the word but so that we don't look for it again. The next word we want to look for is the word they. Now this time I'm still going to be going across, and I need to start with t or T? Let's begin. No, no. Yes, so we have found the letter T. Now we need to look for close by. No, no. Definitely not, that's too far. No. Yes, so we have a T. Then now we need to look for an E, and it is right here, which means our word they is going down. So I'd like us to please circle the word they. Remember, boys and girls, some letters can even share words, just like our letter T. It's belonging to the word but and the word they. Don't forget to cross out the word they so that we don't look for it again. Now let's look for the word on. On. Now on starts with a O, so we are going to look for an O. This time I want to look going down. Let's go. No, 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 no. Yes, we have an O. But let's check if we have another letter next to it. The letter N. Not here. Yes, we have found a N. Good job, everyone. So you can circle this one, but I can also see another O here and a N as well. So you can circle either one of these ones, either the one that is going across or the one that is underneath. So I'm going to choose this one. Let us circle it nicely, and then when you're done circling, you cross it out. The rest of these I want you to try and do by yourselves. Remember, when you're looking for a letter or a word, you can start by going across and checking all the letters or going down. And make sure that the next one is also the next letter in the word. Have fun with your sight words. Try to use them this week when you're making sentences, and I will see you soon after the advert break.
Follow us on My Zone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zacky.
For our exercise now, boys and girls, let's turn to page 5. On page 5, we're going to have so much fun organizing. So we are going to be ordering the numbers from the least to the greatest. And we have a choo-choo train to do it with. Everyone, let's pretend we are choo-choo trains. Choo-choo. So we are going to do the fourth one together. So let's take a look at the board. Now, what you have to remember when you're organizing is that the order is very important. If they're saying from the least to the greatest, that means from the smallest number right up until the biggest number. Now, we're going to ask Mr. Tens to help us find the numbers. How are we going to do it? We're going to ask him to show us his friends. Now, if his friend starts with a 1, then that means that we are starting with the least when we're organizing. And once we have his friend, we are going to cross him out from the choo-choo train and put him in the box. So the first friend that we are going to be looking for, the least one, is a 1. Do you see a 1 for Mr. Tens? No. 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 And no. So that means that that's not where we are going to start. Let's try and look for a 2 for Mr. Tens. Is there a 2? No. 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 We do see a 2, but it's not for Mr. Tens. Instead, this 2 is sitting for Mrs. Units, so it is not for Mr. Tens. Let's move on. How about 3? No, 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 no. We do see a 3, but that 3 is also not for Mr. Tens because she is sitting for Mrs. Units. So let's keep on going. Remember, we want to find the least to the greatest. So we keep going up the number line. The next number is 4. Do we see a 4 for Mr. Tens? No, 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 no. So there is no 4 for Mr. Tens. Let's keep moving. From 4, we move to 5. Remember, we're moving this way to try and find the least to the greatest. 5. Let's look for 5 as a friend of Mr. Tens. No, no, no. Yes! We have found a 5, and the 5 is in the number 53. That means that is what is going to start our ordering. So we are going to start with 53 as the least in the choo-choo train. So now that we have written 53, we need to cross him out so that we don't look for him again. Now that we're done with 5, let's move on to see if we can find any of Mr. Ten's friends in 6. Let's go. No, no. Yes, we have found a 6 in the number 62. So we are going to write the number 62 in the box, and then we're going to cross it out on the train so that we don't look for it again. Let's keep going. From 6, let's move to 7. Remember, we're trying to look from the least to the greatest, and we are almost at the last number for Mr. Ten's friends. Let's keep looking. We're looking now for 7. No, no, there is no 7 there. How about the next number, 8? No. Yes, we have found an 8 in the number 89. So we are going to write the number 89. And then after that, we're going to cross it out so that we know we are done. That now means we only have 1 number left, which means that is the greatest number. And our number is 97. So we're going to put our 97 and then cross out our 97 in the train. And we are done. So when you are looking for the least, you're going to start with 1. I'd like you to please draw this so that you can remember. We start from 1 going to 9, and we look for Mr. Ten's friends. That way we will know that we're moving from the least or the smallest going all the way to the greatest or the biggest number. Have fun with this exercise, and before you do it, let's take a look at page 6. On page 6, we are going to be doing something even more exciting and something that you are very familiar with. We are going to be adding and subtracting. Now, we're not just going to be adding and subtracting, but we're going to be using our number lines to do so. Your job is to finish the sums, and you're going to use the number line to help you. We are going to do the first one for the subtraction or the takeaway together. Now the first one says 17 minus 2 equals. So let us see if we are able to do it together. Let's take a look at the board. Now I have my number line just like you do, and this is my number line. So I'm going to be using my number line, and I want you to use your number line. You're going to use your finger as you go from one number to the next. Now, the first thing we need to do is put our finger on the number 17. So our number 17 is here in the corner. Then, what we're going to do is we're going to loop to the next numbers, which is 2 loops, and we're going to stay on the number we land on. So I also want you to loop with your finger. So let us go. Remember, we're only looping twice, so we need to loop from one number to the next. Are we ready? Let's go. 1, 2. So that means our answer is 15. Did you loop just like me? Yes, we don't count the number 17 because we jump from it going to the next one to say 1. So we said 1, 2, and our answer is 15. So please write your answer 15. Well done. The rest of the minus or the subtraction ones you're going to do by yourselves. Let's take a look at the addition ones. Now for the addition ones, you can definitely see that you're still using your number line, and you're going to finish them and make sure that they're correct. In this case, we are going to be doing the last one together, where it says 5 plus 11 equals dash. So let us take a look at the board. Now we have our 5 here on our number line. So that's where I want you to put your finger as well. And we're going to count 11 from the 5. I hope you're ready. Are you ready? Let's go. Remember, we are looping to the next one. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that means that our answer is 11. 16. We landed on the number 16. So that means our answer is 16. So please take your time with both exercises. Make sure that when you're doing them, you're counting correctly. And I will see you soon after our advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn and more. We distribute countrywide in over 7 different languages.
We have now come to the end of our lesson, boys and girls, and I hope you had fun. Remember, if you're not sure or you don't understand, you can always ask for help. Just make sure that you finish your work by yourself. So now that we are done, it is important for us to sanitize. Now, when we sanitize, we rub inside our hands, in between our fingers, around our hands, on our wrists and our fingertips too. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. I wonder though, I've been looking for Zoshi the whole day. I think he's hiding from me. Zoshi, where are you? Oh, there he is. So, from Zoshi and I, we would like to say thank you for joining us today and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.
Well, now, I think Teacher Muta just gets this right. The learners keep learning. She keeps teaching us so many great things. I hope you grade 2s have learned so much from that. But now, let's head on to grade 3s because now it's week 9, lesson 1 for grade 3 learners.
Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, My Zone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello grade 3s and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is transport and communication. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, it's very important for us to sanitize. Now remember, even though you wash your hands, you must always remind everyone around you to sanitize as well. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. For today's lesson, we will be talking about reading and phonics. For our first activity today, boys and girls, let us turn to page 3. On page 3, we are going to be doing a comprehension passage. The title of our comprehension passage is At the Airport. Now we are going to read this passage 3 times. The first time is to understand what it is talking about. The second is to try and find our answers. And then the third is to make sure that our answers are correct. So let us read it together for the first time. We will start at the heading. At the airport. Juliana and her mother arrived at the airport. Her brother and sister were there too. They were going on holiday with the airplane. They all came by taxi, but most of the people drive with the train to the airport. They stood in a long queue to have their luggage booked by the attendant. She checked their tickets and told them where to sit on the plane. Ding dong! The voice announced their flight over the intercom. Come, kids, let's go to the departure gate, Mother said. Juliana was very excited. While they were in the airplane, Juliana looked through the window. There were many types of transport at the airport. A bus just arrived with 10 people who want to travel by air. Can they go by helicopter? She asked her mother. Mother just shook her head because they were too many. Juliana's mother told her that they were going to go to a town with a beach. The first thing they want to do is sail by boat. After that, all the children will go with the canoe to a small farm with many animals. She cannot wait to see a donkey cart. Her brother wanted to know if there will be a bicycle to ride along the river. So this is our story, and as you can see, it's an exciting story about a family going on holiday. There's so many interesting things about this passage. So now we're done reading it for the first time. Let's take a peek at our questions for the passage. Now we have 4 different questions. The first one says, and we're going to read it twice, what is the title of the story? What is the title of the story? Remember to read all your questions first and twice before you answer them. The next one says, which type of transport was used the most? Which type of transport was used the most? Number 3 says, who checked their tickets? Who checked their tickets? And number 4 says, name 5 different types of transport mentioned in the story. Name 5 different types of transport mentioned in the story. So now that we have taken a look at our questions, let's read the story for a second time. Remember, we always start with the title and then we move on. This time, I will read a little bit slower so that you can try and find your answers. Let's start together at the title. At the airport. Juliana and her mother arrived at the airport. Her brother and sister were there too. They were going on holiday with the airplane. They all came by taxi, but most of the people drive with the train to the airport. They stood in a long queue to have their luggage booked in by the attendant. She checked their tickets and told them where to sit on the airplane. Ding dong! The voice announced their flight over the intercom. Come, kids, let's go to the departure gate, Mother said. Juliana was very excited. While they were in the airplane, Juliana looked through the window. There were many types of transport at the airport. The bus just arrived with 10 people who want to travel by air. Can they go by helicopter? She asked her mother. Mother just shook her head because they were too many. Juliana's mother told her that they were going to a town with a beach. The first thing they want to do is sail by boat. After that, all the children will go with the canoe to a small farm with many animals. She cannot wait to see a donkey cart. Her brother wanted to know if there will be a bicycle to ride along the river. So this is our story, and we have read it twice now. We've also read the questions. Now what I want you to focus on is each and every question. Try and find the answers from the passage. Then when you are done, I would like you to please read the story a third time. Now that we have read our story, let's move on to some new words and old words as well on the next page, page 4. On page 4, we are going to be doing vocabulary words and sight words. Now, some of these words are new to us, but others are very old. I'd like you to please repeat after me as I say the words. Transport, transport. Airplane, airplane. Taxi, taxi. Train, train. Bus, bus. Helicopter, helicopter. Boat, boat. Canoe, canoe. Donkey cart, donkey cart. Bicycle, bicycle. Arrived, arrived. Luggage, luggage. Well done, grade 3s. Now let's discuss some of these words and what they mean. Transport is how people get from one place to another. That's why there are many different types of transport. An airplane is part of air transport, which means it travels in the sky. A taxi is part of road transport, and it is considered public transport because anyone can ride in a taxi. A train is part of rail transport. Now the train can either have one cart or many carts. A bus is part of road transport that is used to transport many people at a time. A helicopter is part of air transport, which is different from an airplane because it cannot carry too many people or go a very far distance. A boat is part of water transport. It is used to travel in the water. A canoe is also water transport, but the only difference is that unlike a boat, a canoe can take very few people at a time. A donkey cart is a type of transport that is mainly used in Africa, where we have 2 donkeys or more, or even one, pulling the back of a transporting device. Sometimes it can be a cart. A bicycle is part of road transport. It has 2 wheels, brakes, and requires you to move your legs, or rather pedal, for it to move. The word arrived, which means to come in. So if you arrived from town, that means you were coming in from town. Then lastly, the word luggage. Luggage is the bags or anything else one might be traveling with. So these are our vocabulary words. I'd like you to read them again by yourself and you go and practice using them in sentences. Let's move on to our sight words. Now our sight words are very simple this week, so let us read them together. Walk, and, her, were, they, the, people, over, just, will, wanted, every, stop. So these are our sight words for this week, and I'm pretty sure we have used them before or read them somewhere else. Now if you look below, we have different types of transport that are being shown, just like what we have on the board. Let's take a look at the board. Now on the board I have many different types of transport, each of them using a different way. We have our airplane, the first one, just in front of the boy. This one is traveling in the air, that's why you can see the clouds. Next to it we have what we use on the water, which is water transport. On this side we have the canoe, and as you can see, not many people can actually fit in a canoe. And on the other side we have a boat or a ship. Now this one can hold a lot of people, and not just people, it can carry other containers as well. Then closer down to the edge we have two types of transport. On this side we have a taxi, which is public transport that can move from one place to another on the road. And then on this side we have a train, and it is moving on the rails. This is why it is called rail transport. Now that you know your transport, I'd like you to go ahead and look for more pictures of the different types of transport. So take your time with your comprehension. I'd like you to please read 3 times, and the last one is for you to check your answers. Then you can practice your vocabulary words and even look for pictures of the different types of transport. Take your time, and I will see you soon after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn and more. We distribute countrywide in over 7 different languages.
For our last exercise today, boys and girls, let us all turn to page 5. On page 5, we are going to be practicing the sound E. Now, I only said one sound, but there are 2 ways to say the sound. We are going to be sorting out the words that have E in them. Now, the first one that you can see has an E and an A. In this one, we are saying that this is a vowel sound, a long vowel sound, where we have E and A. Now the reason why we don't hear the A is because E is powerful in this case. So he is the one controlling the sound. And then on the other side, we have 2 E's, E. Now this one is also considered a long vowel sound. So when you see them together, it is E and his cousin. They are playing together. Now how can you tell the difference between the 2? Well, first of all, you need to sort the words in either E, which means double E, or E, which is EA. Let's read the words together at the bottom. We have the words bee, beat, tree, sea, feet, sheep, bean, sleep, free, seat, leaf, heat, eat, need, sheet. Now it's going to be your job to write them neatly in the correct boxes. And then after that, I'd like you to please sound them out. Then you read the words again. So take your time, make sure your handwriting is neat, and I will see you after our advert break.
Follow us on My Zone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zacky.
We have now come to the end of our lesson, and I hope that you had fun. Remember, if anything is too difficult or you can't remember, you can always ask for help. Just make sure that you finish the exercises by yourself. Now that we are done, it is important for us to sanitize at the end. Remember, when we sanitize after lessons, we're trying to make sure that whoever we see afterwards, we are staying safe from them and to protect them as well. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. I wonder though, I want to go outside and play with my friend. Zacky said he would be here just now, but I'm not sure where he is. Oh, hello Zacky, how are you? So, from Zacky and I, we would like to say thank you for joining us today and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zacky Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.
Thank you guys for tuning in for today's episode. I hope you guys have learned so much from us, from Zoe and Zacky, and from Teacher Muta. But we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Please stay tuned for that. Bye.